merch sale. It was working. Okay, cool. And then the Discord one.
Hey everybody, welcome to our 200th stream.
Holy moly!
Yeah, we got the whole gang here today.
Hi.
How's it going? How you doing?
We got Dustin, we got Nick, we got everybody. And we're public too.
We're public.
We're absolutely public. We're going public with this. So, do you know when our 100th stream was?
It was August 1st. So it's
August
almost
1st.
Exactly a year ago.
Oh, wow.
Almost.
Exactly a year ago, we did our 100th stream. And I'm sure it was, it was July before that when we did our first stream.
Yep.
Is that just
So we've been at this for a little over 2 years now, making this little animated short with you guys along the way with us, our members at 𝗦𝗿 And you know what? I've got to pull up. I got to pull up my little bubble.
A little bubble?
My bubble. All in trouble. Yeah. There we go. Now I can see you guys. Now I can see everybody. Erica, Zaunji, Fun Film, Julia, Ekaterina, Mike, the whole gang, Nick.
Remember, people are also
Kirk.
watching on YouTube and Twitch. And all
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Well, this is the that's the public side. See, we've got all of our members right here that have been joining us for the last 200 streams, and pretty amazing. And so what we've been able to do over the last year, 2.5 years, and you got to remember too, when I wasn't streaming with everybody, I was still making the film. So I've made about twice as much as what I've done with whatever. What do we got going on there?
Somebody's playing. Oh, you're playing the stream.
Oh, sorry guys, that's me.
What you did?
There. Stop. I usually get rid of my, there we go. Forgot to get rid of my thing there.
The stream was playing the stream. It was streamception.
That's like 16 walls.
Yes. So, what we ended up with, what we have is a 10.5-minute short, for those of you that don't know. And the first 5.5 minutes of it, I've been streaming publicly on the making of. It's been an amazing time. We've been at this for, like I said, a little over 2 years. And hopefully, our friends that we made along the way have learned a lot of things, how to make an animated short. We've made a lot of friends, I'll tell you that. And at the end of it all, which we're coming up on, we're about 3 weeks away from finishing. We've got a movie. We've got a short movie that I'm really proud of.
Isn't that what Snow Bear is really about? It's not about the film. It's about the friends we made along the way.
That's exactly it. That's it. Well, that's the whole theme of Snow Bear, right?
It's not the destination.
You don't have to be alone. So, but as we get into this, I've got some stuff I want to do today. We've got this shot right here, the shot where they're sliding down the hill. I gotta turn off the music, don't I? I gotta mute it.
Yeah, to mute it.
You have to mute it.
Speaking of music, I want to announce a couple things just real quick before we dive in. Dustin, be ready with the Discord slide. First of all, since this is our 200th Snow Bear stream, we're going to do something special today. We're making it a special two-parter. So the first half is going to be here on our public channels and everything. Part 2 is going to be over on our Discord channel. So we're opening the Discord server up, which is normally members only, through Labor Day weekend. So now through next Monday, you can sign up. You can go to creatureartteacher.com/Discord and you can get guest pass access to our Discord server, and you'll be able to watch the stream part 2 at 1 o'clock Eastern today. So we're going to go for about 2 hours today. Then we're going to take a break, and then we'll restart.
It might not be 2 hours, but it'll be
Right.
whatever how
Yeah.
long it takes. I was going to get to that. Go ahead.
Oh, gotcha. Cool. No worries. And that was it. Go for it.
All right. So that threw me off because I was going to do this and then I was going to hand it over. I forgot what I was going to do now.
You
Oh,
threw
I'm
off a
sorry.
groove.
And I forgot to say what I was going to say about the music anyway.
Yeah, go ahead.
What I was going to say is that on part 2, we're going to probably share a little bit of the music that we've gotten from the composers for the first time. We're not going to share that here publicly, but on our private stream, we might be able to share a little taste of what the music is.
Yes.
It is but a taste.
So we've got a couple sections here. We've got this section here where I wanted to, where they get up and we'll play some of this later. And they slide down the hill, and I've always wanted to add some snow effects right here of them going down, some snow blowing up. And so that, we always do what's called a CBB pass at the end of all this. What is CBB? Well, CBB means could be better. So that's literally what it means. And we go through, and this is what we used to do at Disney. I know a lot of the big film companies do it. You get to the end of your production, you have a little bit of time, and you go, okay, let's go through this and let's see what we could make a little bit better. So this has always been on our CBB list to add some effects in here and make it just a little bit better as he's sliding down the hill. And up here, I'd like to do a little reveal mat where he's making a track, where the cornice there makes a little track in the snow. And right here, we're going to have some snow blowing up. So what I've done, I'm going to jump over to TVPaint, which is our software that we've been using to make this entire short. TVPaint software. I've exported that shot. One of the things about this shot is the way I animated the characters, I animated them in place. So you can see here they are animated in place, and there's a few little pieces of debris coming off of there. And then I exported that with no background. And so then what I did was I had a whole bunch of background elements that I brought over, and you can see in my timeline right here, down on the bottom, this big stack right here, down in here. Yeah, this big stack of stuff. And there are different background elements that we have. And they go by at different rates. And I also put a camera move on our characters. So I brought them in with no background and I had them drift by camera at a certain rate. And then combining that with all of the background elements, we get this really great kind of tracking shot as we slide down the hill. Okay. Now, because I didn't animate it like this, I don't know what rate the snow coming off the sled is. So what I need to do now is, I'll show you, back in TVPaint, what I went ahead and did was I exported the shot from as it's combined like that. Now I can animate right over the top of this. I can animate the snow effects and then export the snow effects separately and then composite those into the shot as well. And so that's what we're going to do today. It sounds a little confusing, but that's what we're going to do. Now, there's going to be thousands of little pieces of debris. And how do we do that efficiently? Well, I've been thinking about that. I came up with an idea that I want to try, and that's creating an animation brush. That's the first thing. So we're going to turn off this layer here. Turn it off. Oh, come on. Yeah, there we go. We're going to come back here. Gene.
Dave
Yes, you're
Clayton
going to hear
is
the
on
music.
YouTube.
You're going to hear the music, Martin.
Dave says, hello, Aaron and Nick. I'm here too, Dave. No hi for me.
Dave Clayton?
Yeah,
Hey, Dave Clayton.
Dave Clayton's on YouTube.
On the YouTube.
On the YouTubes.
So, let's see here. One of the things I want to do We are going to create.
Love you too, Dave.
See here real quick. Go to the face cam really quick, Dustin.
Yes.
I think I lost my
Losing track.
you on face cam? Okay.
Yes, you're there. You're good.
We're going to the face cam because we got secret stuff that we can't show you.
Top secret. NDA stuff.
Because for some reason, let me do this. I'm going to quit out of TVPaint really quick. Let me save this.
Rawl on YouTube has a comment that says, Aaron,
Yes.
I want you to know I am a story artist now, and Brother Bear was one of the main movies that inspired me to go to art school. Thanks for keeping 2D going with projects like Snow Bear.
Ah, thank you.
That's awesome.
I am. That makes me happy. Makes me very happy. All right, so I just quit out of. I've had TVPaint open for the last week or so. You can go back to the screen, Dustin.
Okay.
And I was having a little bit of trouble getting it to do what I needed it to do. There we go. All right, everything's working. I just needed to restart the program.
Rachel on Song says, good morning from Oklahoma.
Ocala. Good morning. So I'm just going to fill this in really quick because what I want to do right now is we're going to create a little animation brush. Now, what is that? Well, we're going to create a new animation layer down here. And I'm going to create a series of, let's see here. I want to get really white with these, I think. There we go. Kind of white. Little bit of blue tint in there. I'm going to turn this on. I want to have a little bit of a background so I can see against it. And I've got a new layer on top of everything. And what I want to do is create, I've got it created a fill stroke so I can make a circle and I'll just fill it. I'm going to create a series of just little particles. So right in the middle of the screen, I'm going to go, oh, here's a snow particle like that. Okay, and it's going to look small. And I'm going to turn on.
New Mew Heart asks, will you draw today?
Yeah, I will draw today.
It's all pre-recorded.
How did we answer your question if it was pre-recorded? Figure that out.
We can foresee the future.
So what I'm doing, I'm just doing a random set of shapes. They're meant to be little chunks of snow. All varying sizes, shapes.
Matt Needle Stuff from YouTube says, hey, Aaron.
Hi.
My dad just gave me his antique wood drafting table. Any tips on how to set it up properly?
Antique? No, I have no tips on that because it depends on the table. Every table is different. So, and as far as what kind of angle to keep it at, if that's what you're asking, it's up to you. I like having a very high angle, so I'm not bunched over. But yeah, I mean, it's really, you set it up to the way you like it. So what I've created here is this little set of brushes here. Or brushes, what am I saying? Shapes. Let me turn off the onion skin. So you can see all these random shapes going by. I can blow this up a little bit for you. So I've got all these random shapes going by like so. Now, what are we going to do with those? Well, what I want to do, I'm going to create an animation brush. And what that is I'm going to highlight all of the brushes right here. Then I'm going to go up to my scissors like so. And I'm going to come in here and just kind of highlight everywhere where they, where they kind of the space they occupy. And then it says, cut out an animation brush. It asks me a question. I say, yes, like so. Now look what I've got. Let me create a new layer. I'm going to turn this one off. Now, watch what I've got. I can go, oh, look at all these little shapes I've got.
That's crazy.
Isn't that cool? And I can bring the size down.
Jill DLC asks, this is TVPaint, correct?
This is TVPaint, yes.
This is indeed TVPaint.
Now, one of the things I'm not liking is the just kind of the size relationships to everything. I think I'm gonna refine this a little bit. I want to put a little bit of jitter in here. I'm going to add a little bit of angle. And they're feeling a little too sharp-edged, geometric. Maybe I'm thinking they need to be a little rounder.
Tom Doing Art in the membership stream asks, will you put shadows on these small bits?
I might. It depends. I might do that just to get them to pop out a little bit more. So you can see as I draw, we end up with this really great kind of random set of bits that I can just trail off like so.
It's a random bit.
It's random.
It's on random.
It's like so.
Teresa Johnson on YouTube. This is how you stay cool in Florida, right?
Yes. Hey, Teresa Johnson. How are you? It's good to hear from you. We know Teresa Johnson.
Is that who I think it is?
If you think it's Teresa Johnson, then yes, it is.
So I want a little bit more jitter. Shift. I'm not sure what shift is. So I'm starting to get there. But like I said, I feel like these shapes are too sharp-edged. So what I want to do, I'm going to do it again. We're going to create another. But now you get the idea, what you can create with TVPaint. This animation brush, it's really kind of cool to create, these kind of effects. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. I'm going to go back to my fill brush. And this time I'm going to make my shapes round-ish.
Criado's Art Studio on Facebook says, hi, Aaron.
Hi.
How can I save my actions for a speed drawing to my computer so I can put it on YouTube or whatever I need? Thank you.
Say that one more time.
How can I save my actions for a speed drawing to my computer so I can put it on YouTube?
You need to find a screen recording software. What is it?
We use ScreenFlow.
ScreenFlow works for Mac, but it doesn't QuickTime do it as well?
Yeah, QuickTime will screen record. OBS will screen
OBS, yeah.
record. There's a bunch of them.
Yeah,
out there.
there's quite a
But yeah, you need a screen recording software.
It doesn't Procreate on the iPad have its own?
It records everything you draw. Yeah, but it plays it sped up. It's not real time.
I think that's what he was asking about, is like a fast forwarding.
No, well, once you have it recorded, then you can adjust the playback rate.
Right.
Right, but you don't have an option on Procreate, is what I was saying. It only does it fast.
Gotcha.
Okay, so here I've made it all round shapes. Kind of drifting around a little bit, but that's okay. So I'm going to highlight it again. We're going to go up and click on our little square with the do it again, sorry.
Tom doing art on the membership. Huh?
Sorry, go ahead.
Asks, could you vary the opacity and maybe blur soften the edges a little on the flakes before making the animated brush?
Oh yeah, I could add effects to the layer. I could do all kinds of stuff with that. Absolutely. But I'm going to keep it like this first. Then once I make the animation itself, I'm going to save the effects for that. But I could do exactly what you're talking about, Tom.
You could add lightning bolts.
Lightning bolts.
Lightning bolt.
All right, so now we've got a new, you can see here, I like these shapes. I like these a little better. So now let's drop the size down. Let's add some jitter. Not too much jitter. That's too much jitter. Ah, nice shapes. Nice shapes, man.
So again, for people just joining us, this is part one of a two-part stream today. We're going to go for, I don't know, a couple hours here, as long as Aaron goes. And then we're going to take a break. And at 1 o'clock, we're going to jump over to our members-only Discord server, which we are opening up to everyone starting today. It'll be open to everybody now through Monday for Labor Day weekend. So if you want to watch part two, just go to creatureartteacher.com/Discord and you'll be able to click the go to Discord button. It'll create you a little account on our Discord server and you'll be able to join the community there and see what that's all about.
For the Labor Day weekend show.
Do it.
All right, so here we are. I like these shapes. That feels pretty good. If I'll blow this up from the screen for you guys so you can see that. I'm liking what we're creating there. All I got to do is just draw. Look at that. Look at the time saved there. Pretty cool. Rather than having to draw individual shapes, I can do it really quick. Because everything's going to be going by so fast, I don't need to track individual pieces of snow. I just need to see the explosion of snow as we're going down the hill. So armed with that information, I'm going to go under here. I'm going to take this. I'm going to move this under. I'm going to knock the opacity.
Can the brush you just made be used in Procreate and Adobe?
No. This is a TVPaint animation brush.
The brushes on our website, if that's what you're referring to, can. So we've got brushes that we sell.
Yes.
Speaking of which, we're going into the Labor Day weekend here in the U.S., and so we've got some sales running for that. All of our brush packs are just $1 this weekend. And we've also got a sale. We've still got our Name Your Own Price brush pack, which if you want to contribute to supporting us finishing Snow Bear, which we're going into post-production, you can go to creatureartteacher.com/snowbrush and pick up that brush pack. That does work in Procreate, Clip Studio, Paint, Photoshop, etc. We've also got a sale on merchandise this weekend. If you go to creatureartteacher.com/merch, you can use promo code merch, and that'll take $5 off any book order, signed print, t-shirt order, any order over $25.
Right on. And yes, Tom, your comment, replying to Fun Film, I see Aaron's technique has been to sit close to the nearly vertical tablet so that he moves more at the shoulder and elbow versus wrist. And that is exactly right.
Precisely.
Because, and as a result, I don't have any kind of carpal tunnel issues, no problem like that. And I'm 56 years old. I've been at this for 40 some odd years, and I've never had any kind of wrist issues because of the position. And I chalk it up to the position that I sit in. So I'm going to go through here, and I'm creating a new layer. Where am I at? There we go. What I've done is I've put the gray underneath, and then I knock back the opacity of the shot so that I can see the snow that we're going to create. I've already picked the color that I want, which is almost pure white. So there's a little bit of blue in it. But I'm going to create a new animation. Whoops. I'm going to create a new animation layer. We're going to put it right here. There it is, right above our film layer. And in the upper left-hand corner is, you can just see our sled coming down. And so I'm going to start there.
Mew Heart on YouTube asks, what made you decide to create Snow Bear?
Well, Nick and I we've had our education site for a long time. And I really love making animated films. And I thought, you know what, let's it's been a while since we made one. Let's make one, and let's make a course out of it, because this is an educational site. And so we decided to make a course on how to create your own animated short. And it kind of grew from there.
Yeah, and we're still going to do a course, by the way. So the original inception was let's do a course on how to make an animated short, and so we had to make an animated short to do that. And that originally was intended to be like a 2 to 3 minute short that was going to have simple characters and simple backgrounds. So Aaron was like, well, one character in the Arctic, that should be easy.
Yeah.
And it turned into an epic
an epic tale.
An epic tale. But kind of going back to that brush pack for a second, the Arctic brush pack, and we talked about this in the video when we announced that, there's so much more up there than just snow and ice. And even the snow and ice is way more dramatic than just white. So next time we're going to set a short in the void of the Matrix. And then that way there's no backgrounds whatsoever. But really, the backgrounds you've done have been beautiful. So I can't wait for people to get to see the whole film.
Hoping this is going to work. I'm not sure about this yet. Well, we'll see.
Jill says you could say it snowball.
Aha!
Snowball.
Back in the day, how many people would it have taken to make this if Disney would have taken the task? I'm assuming they mean a 10-minute short. And are the tools that you're using today, like Toon Boom, etc., the ones you would have used then?
No. First of all, no, it's not the same. We would have done everything on paper. And one of the first projects I ever worked on was a Roger Rabbit animated short that was 6 minutes long. So it was shorter than this by a third. And we had a crew of 75 people working on it. So
And how long did it take you to?
9 months.
9 months.
Now, it was a very high production value, but still, yeah, it was 9 months.
Compare that to 2 years.
Yeah.
For a 10-minute solo.
Yeah, exactly. So, I've been able to do this by myself, which is back then for this type of thing would have been unheard of.
If you probably came up with that idea back then, everyone would have went, get out of here.
So here, there's no, because he's kind of flying through the air, falling right there. Here's where we're going to hit. Boom, right there.
Leo says, I love your multi-plane camera movement in TVPaint. Leo from TVPaint saying that, by the way.
Oh, thanks. Leo.
Numu Har asks, how are animations colored back then?
We colored them on cells. So in the early days, they were photographed, Xeroxed onto a cell, a clear acetate cell. And then they that was the line drawing. And then they were flipped over and painted on the other side so that the drawing was on the front and the color was on the back.
And actually, a really cool, really fun example of how the animation is done is on YouTube. You can find a video that was used in the animation tour at Disney. It's called "The Return to Neverland." And it's with Robin Williams and Walter Cronkite, and they talk the whole process from the rough animations all the way to the cell coloring to sound effects, voice acting, the whole shebang.
Shebang.
Shebang. And highly recommend to watch. Just look up Return to Neverland.
I think it's Back to Neverland.
Back to Neverland.
Return to Neverland is actually, because I just looked it up, is actually also a movie.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. That's right. I'm mixing them up. My bad.
I'll post
Back to Neverland.
I'll post a link to the Back to Neverland. In the comments.
Walter Cronkite.
And that was part of the tour at MGM, right? Or
Hollywood
yes.
Studios. MGM at the time, yeah.
Yep, MGM at the time.
Question for you from Twitch. Did you guys have to draw the Roger Rabbit shorts on ones like they did for the movie?
Well, it depended. When we were in live action, in the live action section, yes, we had to do everything on ones. But when we were in the cartoon world, there was a fair amount on ones, but we also did a lot on twos.
Was one of this is my personal question, but was one of the reasons why it was all animated in ones in the live action bits was because of all the camera panning that was happening?
Well, live action is shot on ones, right? It's one frame for every 24 one frame for every 24th of a second, because it's 24 frames a second that go through the camera. So and that's the rate at which we animate at. So you got to do it on ones.
Yeah, if the character was on twos and the live action actor was on ones, the character would look choppy.
Exactly.
Johnny Inside asks, are you planning to use AI soon?
Nope.
Unless if the AI stands for Aaron Intelligence.
It is Aaron. That's right. It's Aaron Intelligence.
Apple stole that from us, by the way.
Oh, I know.
Apple Intelligence.
Apple Intelligence.
I feel like more people are going to know that we said it first. So
Yeah. I think you're right.
yeah. I was surprised they tried to get away with that, honestly. I mean, don't they know who we are?
Do you know who I am? Vandy says, I'm curious about something. As a student of animation myself, how do you get to persist during your animation projects without any persistence diminishing? I'm thinking, I'm
Are you
thinking
talking
that
about getting bored?
getting bored or getting burnt out, I think.
I just love animation so much. I love this project. I think you have to have an absolute passion for it, and that will carry you through. I love animation. I love creating these characters, these stories. I love the emotion behind them, all of that, and that carries you through.
Howdy, Vermis.
So here it's starting to pop up off the snow. So I'm going to carry some of that snow back.
Trent on YouTube says, so many great art nuggets in this session.
Now I'm going to go back through and I'm going to create another layer with bigger chunks. I'm going to create another layer with bigger chunks, with bigger nuggets.
Sounds like an ad for a candy bar. Now with bigger nuggets.
Shan Sinclair on Facebook says, thank you for the link to the movie. I'm learning so much in your animation fundamentals class and am so excited to be bringing my creations to life.
Oh, awesome. That makes us happy. We like to hear that.
Speaking of our courses, I don't have a slide for this because I forgot to put it in there. We've got a sale going over at creatureartteacher.com this weekend for Labor Day weekend and in celebration of our 200th Snow Bear stream. If you use promo code snowbear-save, you can get any single course or photo pack for just $10.
What?
So that's snowbear-save.
I think I put on the wrong slide. I couldn't find it.
No, I said I didn't have a slide.
Oh, you didn't? I didn't
Yeah.
do that part. My bad.
I forgot to link that one.
You're both fired.
Yep.
Dang it. I'll get my box.
I'll see myself out.
I'll get my box of shame.
I felt so special about this stream today that I shaved.
Gotta get all spruced up. Get all purdy. Michael Ayers Jr. Asks, what will be your next step after you finish working on Snow Bear?
Going to Disney World.
Disney World.
We've got some more film ideas that we want to do. Shorter subjects, more interaction with our group, participation, that sort of thing.
Yeah, speaking of which, we should probably make a mention of the fact that this might be our last Snow Bear stream because we've kind of caught up to the portion of where we can't show you the ending. So we are next month going to be fully in post-production. So we're going to have the music recorded at the beginning of October. Well, when I say next month, I mean October, not September, because we're pretty much at September now. So the beginning of October, the score is being recorded, performed by live musicians and an orchestra.
Yeah.
And then at the end of October, the final mix and sound work and post-sound production is all going to be done at Skywalker Ranch. So we're really excited about that. Aaron and I are hoping to be there on site. That's the end of October. And then when that's done, that means Snow Bear is completed, which is wild to me.
Holy cannoli.
So as much as we've shared with you, there's that much more that you haven't seen. Aaron's been at this 5 days a week for the last 2 years, essentially, other than a few hiatuses here and there where we did some other courses or projects. But this has been pretty much a nonstop labor of love for 2 years, and it's coming to an end. It's kind of wild. So then we're going to take a little break from the Snow Bear streams, but then we're going to come right back a couple weeks later, probably starting on our next project. And we're going to be sharing that with members all along the way. So go on over to creatureartteacher.com and become a member, and you can come along for the journey.
So now you can kind of see the effect that we're creating in this animation. And this is just the first pass. This is the really fine, tiny debris. You can see it kind of popping up there, and they're flying through the air right now. So right now I'm going to click on that. And boom, there's where they hit again, right here. I'm going to have it hit right about there.
And Shannon is asking about our public live streams, I believe. She asks, when are regular live streams here? I've randomly sat in before, but wondered if they're broadcast at set times.
So the first Friday of every month is when we do our public live stream. So we actually will be back next week with a public live stream.
Yeah, that's right.
Next week on the 6th.
Yep, September 6th, we'll be back on all the public channels. And the members-only live streams actually happen twice a week. Those are every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time.
Yes, but as we just mentioned, we may be going on a...
Yeah, we're going to be taking a little hiatus. It's only going to be a few weeks, and then we'll be back with the members-only streams. Twitch comment, I've probably said this before, but thank you, Aaron, for co-creating my favorite Disney animated film, Brother Bear. It really helped me through some difficult times. Seeing Kenai go from rock bottom to where he was at the end of the film gave me inspiration to keep going.
Oh, thank you for saying so.
And Julia on the members stream is asking, are we going to be able to replay part 2 of today's stream later?
Yes.
The Discord.
Yep.
We're recording that?
Yep.
So... YouTube, someone's asking, so every frame was cell painted individually, and I believe talking about the older
Yes,
animation.
every frame was individually cell painted, and we literally ended up with piles and piles and mountains of cells. Yep.
I'm sure if the amount of cells that are being used in a film landed right on top of you, you'd be crushed.
Well, usually at the end of a feature, there is usually about 1 million pieces of art were created to make the feature. That's including storyboards and design sketches and everything else. About 1 million pieces of art. Just our little animated short here, not including backgrounds, just character drawings. I will have done about 9,000 character drawings for this short.
Yumi, I don't think we stopped going live on Facebook. Show we're still live on Facebook.
Yep, we're up.
What film did you enjoy animating most?
I really enjoyed The Lion King and Beauty and the Beast the most. I loved all the other films as well, but I really enjoyed animating the Beast because I was one of the Beast animators, and I loved animating Nala from The Lion King. I loved both those films, making those films, everything about them.
I think your biggest
And that was 30, Lion King was 30 years ago.
I personally think your biggest achieving challenge was the swinging of Roger Rabbit.
Oh yeah, I didn't enjoy that.
No, but it
No,
it
actually,
definitely shows
I
your
did get a
skill.
really nice sense of satisfaction out of it.
Yeah.
So it was your reverse Mick Jagger. You could get satisfied.
That's right.
Do you think AI will be used to fill in the gaps of animation? I assume they mean in betweens.
I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I think AI is going to become its own thing.
I think there's already people testing that.
I'm sure. I don't know. I mean, we love doing what we do, and I love the process of animation, and I love doing the drawings, and that's part of the art. So to give it up to a computer to do it is kind of defeats the purpose for me.
What is the promo code?
Snowbear-save.
Snowbear-save. And New Mew asks, who character designed the Beast, and what animal was he a combination of?
Glenn Keane created the Beast. Glenn Keane is my mentor. He taught me animation. And he's a combination of bison and wolf and wild boar. I know he had some mandrill in there at one time. All kinds of stuff. Bear.
And when did you get first interested in animation?
I've always been fascinated by animation ever since I was a little kid, but I never thought I would do it. I never had any interest in doing it until I needed to figure out what I was going to do for a career. About my second year in college in 1987. It was about 1987, and I had to start thinking about what I wanted to do. I originally had wanted to be an illustrator for National Geographic, but that fell through. And so I needed to start thinking outside the box a little bit for myself. And so lucky for me, the timing, otherwise this wouldn't have happened. Disney was coming to my school. I went to the Ringling College of Art and Design, and they were coming to my school to recruit. So if they hadn't come to my school to recruit, I never would have gotten into animation because it wasn't something I was pursuing. But I thought, you know what, that might be a really interesting job opportunity. And I thought maybe I'd be a background painter because my heart was in illustration and painting. And so I submitted a portfolio of animal drawings and human figure drawings, and they liked it. And so I was accepted into the internship, and lucky for me, I was paired up with Glenn Keane, who taught me animation. And all I had to do was sit with Glenn for about 10 minutes in his office, and all of a sudden I wanted to be, all I wanted to be was an animator for the rest of my life. He was so inspiring. And so that was in 1988. You know, the summer of 1988, I was sitting in his office, and I just turned 20 years old, and I was learning animation, and that was the beginning of my career.
Did the Beast go through a lot of design iterations?
Yes. Yeah, one of his first iterations where they were kind of hitting on it, he was really just basically a mandrill, almost a baboon. And I was really, it was kind of cool looking. The finished version was the best, but it was still kind of cool looking.
Yeah, most if not all characters go through quite a lot of iterations.
Yeah.
In fact, there was a lot of iterations with Raja when you took that one.
Just through the design process.
Out of curiosity, when the Snow Bear film is hopefully released out, where would it be playing at?
Well, we got a whole road show that we're planning right now, and a whole presentation, like a 90-minute to 2-hour presentation that we want to put together. It's getting cooler and cooler.
Yeah.
This presentation we want to do, and we're going to take it on the road.
So Snow Bear is going to kind of be, you're going to be able to see it in a variety of places. It's going to run the film festival circuit. So if you have a local animation film festival in your area, there's a pretty strong possibility it'll start showing up there after the first of the year. And then, as Aaron alluded to, in the spring, we're going to be doing a multi-city nationwide tour here in the U.S. We're going to hit cities like New York and Chicago and Austin and a bunch of cities. We'll have an official list later. But those are the plans for now. We're going to do one here in Orlando, where we're going to actually have, it's going to be like an evening with Aaron Blaise, where we screen the film. We're going to have a whole special presentation on how we made it. So we're going to stay tuned to our live streams and subscribe to our newsletter at 𝗦𝗫𝗄 because we'll have a full set of announcements about that tour when it's ready. And then after that, after it runs sort of the course of the festival circuit and hopefully does well in some awards, it'll probably eventually end up on the streaming platforms like iTunes and on our website, and then probably on our social media as well. So it's going to be kind of rolled out in phases to be able to see it.
Exactly. Stay
tuned. TOONED.
How does it feel knowing you've become the Glenn Keane for a lot of young artists? We're essentially sitting in your office being inspired.
I first of all, I don't deserve that, but I do love the idea that we've been able to affect a lot of people artistically and help people, and that was the whole goal behind setting up Creature Art Teacher. Well,
you've cited many times. Like
12 years ago now.
Glenn was one of your motivations to when you came up with the idea.
Glenn was my motivation. Glenn has shared over the years so much information, and he's created. He's had such a big hand in creating or helping to create animation filmmakers, and me being one of them. And it was really inspiring. And I thought, you know what? We live in an age where we can affect people like that through social media, globally. And so that was the inspiration behind Creature Art Teacher.
Hello, Mr. Aaron.
Hello.
Hello. You make 2D animation look very easy. How long does it take you to animate a 5-minute video?
Depends on the complexity of the video, but I've been at this for 2.5 years, and it's 10 minutes, so cut that in half, so a little over a year. Maybe I don't know if it would be a year. I just did maybe. We did that 1.5 minute penguin short for Procreate at the same time we were making this, so that's added in there. But that took 3 months to do 1.5 minutes. So I'd say a good month to month and a half per minute. If I'm working single-handedly.
Have you thought about asking Glenn Keane if he would like to be involved with Creature Art Teacher in some way?
Oh yeah, but I know first of all, he's living in Paris right now making his own film, and so nailing him down would be a little difficult.
Living in Paris? Did you feel sad when Disney slowly stopped making full-length 2D movies?
Oh yeah. I was very sad, very disappointed in that decision. And it was the end of an era, and things change, and you have to accept that, but it doesn't ease the hurt and the pain of it all to see the art form that you love so much to go away. So yeah, that hurts.
Will there be a Snow Bear art book?
I don't think Snow Bear is quite big enough for an art book, but we might do some kind of collection of the art, whether it's in a, I don't know, a PDF or something.
We'll make a pamphlet.
Yeah. We do have a lot of boards. We definitely want to do a children's book. That's something we've been talking about doing. But I don't want to. Nick and I were talking about it the other day. Do we want to do something for the holidays? And I'm thinking we don't really want to give away the ending yet for people that haven't seen it. So it might be something for next holiday, not the one coming up.
There is in our Aaron Blaise Art of Aaron Blaise Volume 2 book, which is available on sale on our website. There is some Snow Bear art in here. There's also some in Volume 1. And if you use that code MERCH,
Hey, Merch.
you can get $5 off this book. And we have signed copies available as well. So there you go. There is Snow Bear art in here. Art of Aaron Blaise Volume 2.
And Lucy Hood on the members stream asks, will there be a way for people in Europe to see the Snow Bear presentations, like buying tickets for a live stream version?
We're actually going to be going to Europe and doing a little thing with it, especially with the festivals. So yes. So the short answer is yes, you'll be able to see it in person, depending on where you're at. But we will do, at a certain point, we will be streaming it where people can buy tickets and watch it. Whoops. Wrong layer, wrong layer. You're on the wrong layer.
Wrong layer! Wrong layer! What'd you do? Ah. Zounji has an idea.
Uh-oh.
You know what could be cool? A children's book that is a different story. You know how they used to do that in the 80s, at least. Same characters, but different adventure.
Oh, yeah. Snow Bear, Grand Theft Auto.
I took a left turn.
Snow Bear in a zoo.
I like that idea, Zanji. Zangelina.
Zangeline. If you had 3 wishes, what would you wish for?
Unlimited wishes. I've got everything I want. I don't know. That's a tough one. My young body back. That's what it would be. Get rid of this fat old body. Get my young body back. That way I can hang siding more efficiently.
Have you thought about opening a studio and hiring struggling artists?
Nope. First of all, I've got a studio. I'm working in it. It's just a small studio. I don't want to get to the point where I have a big staff. Don't want to do that. It's not what I signed up for, man.
Just here to teach, man.
Yeah, I'm to be responsible for all those salaries, and that's a tough one. It's hard enough paying our 4 employees.
We've been paying them.
What do you mean paying them?
You get paid? Oh, Martin says, "Hey, Aaron,
Martin.
I got the Lilo Roche and Aaron Blaise sketchbooks for my birthday yesterday. They're so cool.
I know.
Really good quality,
I know.
awesome covers, really nice." This looks so cool, you guys.
Do we have those handy? We can post a link to those.
Yeah, right here. I got them right here.
If you want to show.
Right here. There's one. These are my the Aaron Blaise edition 𝗦𝗁 watercolor sketchbooks. They're really nice. I love them.
Yeah, they come individually, or you can get them as a set of 3.
Yeah, there's one there, and then the other one,
They're in a really nice package too.
yeah, they
Posted
do.
a link in the chat.
I think the package. Oh, that's different. Oh, yeah, right up here.
But
Yeah, here's the packaging for them.
yeah, it's great.
Quite nice. You want them?
Get in the camera. So there they are. The Aaron Blaise 𝗦𝗁 edition. So go to 𝗦𝗁.com. That's what it is, right? 𝗦𝗁.com and check them out. And I know they're on sale right now. They're doing a clearance sale of all their sketchbooks and doing a nice holiday sale. Speaking of holiday, this weekend's a holiday. I didn't realize that.
Is it?
Yeah. You guys have Monday off.
Well, what do you know? Would you look at that? I'm just picturing Monday, my alarm going off. Oh crap, I gotta get to work. Halfway to work, I'm just like, wait a minute.
Monday.
Monday. Da, 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 da. Do you feel like you have mastered animation?
Nope. No, I don't think you know, whenever you start to feel like you've mastered something, I think you got to step back and check yourself. There is so much to understand in animation and to learn. I don't know that you can ever master it. I've gotten comfortable with what I do in animation, but there's so much that I haven't done.
Who is doing the musical score for this film?
Mark Mancina is kind of overseeing it, but it's being written by Marlon Espino.
I think they're both collaborating on the writing.
And so they're collaborating. But Marlon's kind of our lead guy on it, and Marlon's been awesome. So we're going to take a couple of passes on this.
Did you work on Fantasia 2000?
I did not, but it did come through our studio. So one of the things I'm going to do on this is I'm going to be able to give each of these in my effects. I'm going to be able to do a directional blur. So I'm going to match the direction of the drift, and so that it doesn't feel like there's strobing. It's going to be a cool little effect, I think.
Fun film on the members stream says, I hate to say it, but I have to head out now.
What?
I hope you guys have a wonderful 200th stream and day. See you guys on the first stream of the month. And remember, put some beauty back into the world.
Thank you, Fun Film.
See you again soon. Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad. Is the score traditionally done after animation?
Yes. And the reason for that is animation, just like any other movie, goes through changes. And so you don't want to write music for something that's going to change. And so you tend to wait till you got a final cut, till your reels are what's called locked. and then they'll go ahead and start writing the music.
Because scoring a film is all about the timing of whether to be
It's carrying the mood, right?
or-
Yeah, it's carrying the mood and
Yeah.
the attitude, and
And so you
the
have it set on a
emotion.
storyboard.
it's all there to enhance the emotion of a shot, of the film, of the storytelling. Oh, the birds out there are going nuts.
Mm-hmm. Tunes and Tunes says, I'll be in Paris during October. Do you know if Blinky will be holding any workshops in Paris while I'm here?
I don't know. No, I don't know, and I doubt it. In October, but
It's entirely sure.
that doesn't mean that's not. That's. I would look into it for sure if you're going to be there. I doubt it.
New Mew Art says, I thought about what if you released a Snow Bear coloring book, but then all the kids would just be coloring the entire book with a white crayon.
And
We will come with we'll package it with an entire box of white crayon.
But what if you made the
And we
the
can
paper
say
like a
all the
black
colors of the rainbow, because to make white.
That's
you know,
right.
I mean, you could make the black paper but with white outlines.
True.
A reverse coloring book.
Yeah.
That actually sounds cool in my head. What's the most important in doing animation?
What is the most important thing in doing animation?
Yes.
Well, if you're doing character animation, it's breathing life into your character, and it's making people forget that they're watching a bunch of drawings, and you want them to feel engaged and invested in the story and in the character and the emotion. You want them to root for your character. And to do that, you have to get them to forget that they're just watching a bunch of drawings. And so for me, it's breathing life into the character. It's making them feel alive. It's getting emotion. It's putting thought into their heads.
Zerna asks, did we ever give that walrus a name?
No?
I think you're talking about the big walrus that towers over the bears.
I don't think so.
Bob the walrus.
Bob would be kind of cool after Bob Walker.
Yeah.
Bulb.
And the other three can be Larry, Curly, and Moe.
Actually, Larry, Curly, and Moe would be good.
That'd be perfect.
Because there's 3 in the main shot.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah.
I guess the big one could be Shemp. Right? Was it Shemp was the third? Was it Larry, Curly, Moe, and then when they replaced Curly?
But there's only 3 in the main shot.
No, I know, but the fourth guy I'm talking about could either be.
Oh, you're
Bob
talking about
Oh.
in...
Yeah, the big guy that towers,
Yeah.
Oh, that one. Duh.
heavy breathing.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I don't know why I thought about him. Forgot about him.
That's the one I was saying could be Bob.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense now. I get it now. Yeah, Larry Merlin, Larry Curly. Yeah, that's funny.
Renola on YouTube says, I sure like the new haircut.
Well, thank you. I like it too. I got tired of my long hair. I had long hair for a long time, and I just can't seem to do it anymore.
You feel that
Especially-
chill in the back of your head.
I like that chill.
Yeah, I'm planning on getting mine cut after I'm done filming my course. Might even not even go to the barber, just buzz it at home.
There you go. That's the way to do it.
Started doing it that way after during the epidemic, when all the salons and barbershops were all closed. So we had to do our own hair care. Just
So I want to let people know that we've still got the two biggest deals of all time going on at 𝗦𝗫𝗄 We've got our animation mega bundle, which is now over 70% of the way towards unlocking its next free course, which will be included. So that's over $500 worth of courses and growing for less than $50. And we got many requests for this. So we have added some additional available lifetime memberships. And some people wanted the ability to spread out the payments. So we have now rolled out an option for buy now, pay later. So if you want to use like PayPal, pay later, or Sezzle or Klarna or any of those and kind of spread out the payments so you don't have to take that hit all at one time, you'll be supporting the production of 𝗦𝗫. You'll get everything we release on the website forever. Plus, you'll get all of our past live workshops and events. All of our
Past lives?
Past lives, yep. You'll get all of our future lives and everything we come out with on the website forever. So it really is the deal of a lifetime. And hopefully now it's a little easier for some of you to jump in and get that. And head on over to 𝗦𝗫𝗄 and you can learn about both of those great deals, the biggest deals ever at 𝗦𝗫𝗄.
And Shannon on Facebook says, wait, there are orcas in 𝗦𝗫?
There
How
are.
amazing. I would love to learn how to animate marine life. That would be an awesome how-to creature edition. And I believe that was a response from Arturo's question. Is do the orcas have names?
No, the orcas don't have names. We can name them. Ebony and Ivory.
But then what's the kid's name? Sapphire?
Yeah.
Is there a project that you work on that you wish you had more time to finish?
I've got projects that I've started in the past with other companies that I wish I could get back to and finish. Yeah. You know, there's a film called The Legend of 𝗬𝗲 that I started years ago about an elephant. There's King of the Elves that I started at Disney that I never got to finish. You know, there's projects like that. But I've also got a lot of projects in my head, you know, that are subjects that I want to do that, you know, I'd rather live in, you know, live in the present and work towards the future than trying to recapture the past. And, you know, for every idea that you let go, there's 100 more that you can create.
Arturo says, I propose to name the orcas after McDonald's items. Some product placement wouldn't hurt to finance this project.
Big Mac and Quarter Pounder.
And the kid is McFlurry.
McFlurry.
Or chicken nuggets.
Yeah, chicken nugget. All right, so we've got this layer. I'm liking that. Let's bring the opacity all the way up just so we can see what it's actually going to look like.
Crank it.
And I think I'm going to save the directional blur for Premiere. I'll do it in there. I don't think they need shadows. I can try it. Let's try it just to see what we get. I think it's going to be too much to give them shadows, but it might, I don't know. Oh, let's try it. You can always undo it. So we're going to come up here. I'm going to go into my effects. We're going to go to stylize, tune shading. I'm going to do this. We're going to make it like 4, 5, 7 pixels. Color, we're going to It's actually kind of cool, to be honest with you. You can see it a little better.
Isn't that better?
10 pixels is too much. 8 pixels.
Any plans for a space adventure film?
No. I don't have any plans for that currently. But that doesn't mean we're not doing it. It just means we don't have plans yet. Who knows? Give us enough time. We might do it.
Any plans for a space adventure film? I'm just kidding.
Any plans for a movie about deja vu?
Vujade. All right, so we've got that. There's our... Now we want to do a pass with bigger chunks of snow.
How can I get the link to the buy now, pay later offer? You mean the payment method?
If you go right to the lifetime membership, it's right there on the screen. You should see it right there. I'll send you a link.
So here's our animation without all the other layers. That's what we just created. Can you even see that on the screen there? I guess you can kind of see it. Now what I want to do is I'm going to export it.
Yeah, Pretty Much Media says, hello, Cat Team. Been a while. How's Operation Snow Bear going? Almost ready to launch?
So far, so good. B8 Snow titled movie. Take the background out, do that, and it's going into the B8 folder.
Zomji asks, any plans to re-release all your animation in stiff CGI versions and with several sequels and straight-to-video versions?
That's our absolute business model plan right there.
And all done by a third party company.
Yes.
Martin follows it up with all done by AI.
Yeah, all done by AI, exactly.
And Glenn can miraculously talk.
Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm exporting just the snow over zero background. So I can take that snow and just place it over in the overlay. Right here, let's go over to our shot now, right here. And I'm going to move this up, and I'm going to move this up, and I'm going to put the snow, because this part right here, this pink area right here, is this overlay that's going by really fast by the camera, close by the camera right there. So I want our snow effects to be behind that. So let's go ahead and import them.
Turo says, I can't wait for the bootleg toys labeled Benocer.
All right, so there's our snow. I'm going to bring that up here, put it right into place, which we just did. There we go. So now what I want to do is add, I don't know if you guys can see it very well in that window, but I'll pull it up in just a second. I'm going to add a little directional blur. So let's go up to our effects, and I don't want audio, I want blur, direction. There's our directional blur right there. So now with directional blur, I can play with the direction. First of all, I want the blur length to be fairly long.
Venkat on Facebook says, I'm going to get an iPad with a stencil set purchase soon. I'm interested in easy to learning drawing. It says, ready to learn drawing in Procreate. And actually, you do have you have a course on Procreate, don't you?
I have a course on Procreate and a course on Procreate Dreams.
Procreate Dreams, yes.
Both of which you can get for $10 each right now.
$10 a pop?
Yep. Use promo code SNOWBEAR-SAVE.
SNOWBEAR-SAVE.
Although I think they might actually be on sale for $10 regardless. So pick something else up while you're at it.
You have some merchandise.
There we go. Just a little bit of, go back on this again. I'm going to pull back on the blur a little bit. There we go. One more time. Okay, so there's our first pass of snow. Let me blow this up. There we go. It's very subtle, but you can see that snow in there. It adds a nice little bit of debris. So we're going to go in with even more debris and do another layer over the top of it with bigger chunks.
What inspired the story of Snow Bear?
You know, just this idea of loneliness. What inspired it was really wanting to create an animated short. And so using that inspiration and knowing that it's going to take a while and I wanted to get it done, I needed to create something that I could do on my own. And so if I did something that had 30 characters in it and, you know, was 2 hours long, I would never finish it. So it really set the parameters for me and kind of dictated, it started to dictate the story. If I'm animating a single character in kind of a barren landscape, then that starts to lend itself to being this kind of lonely story, and it starts to gather momentum, you know, emotional momentum. And so that's where it started, and then it grew from there.
Arturo asks, how are you doing the multi-plane camera movements in TVPaint, and is there a tutorial plan for those in the future?
Yes, and so these I did here, but the way you do it in TVPaint, it's the same thing I did here. Is you have each one of your layers on a different layer, and you create a different rate for your pan past them. As things are closer to camera, they're going to go past camera faster. They go by really fast. As things get further away from camera, they go by slowly. And so you create these ratios between each layer. As layers recede, they go by slower and slower, and thereby you create this depth effect.
And in TVPaint 12, which is the new version that's out now, they do have some really improved camera panning tools. So for sure in the future, once we finish up Snow Bear, we're going to have some tutorials on TVPaint 12, and we'll be going over that sort of stuff as well.
Yeah, it's also the way I did this in this shot right here. See the right there, and it creates this one only had three separate layers. I'm gonna sneeze. Ooh. And so you separate. Same with this one too. This one has two different layers, a foreground layer and a background layer. And you can see they move at different rates. And so you create this depth. It's like so. All right, so we've got our snow there. Okay. Now we want to create it is a joyful scene, 𝗬𝗲, I agree. All right, so let's do another layer of snow. All right, come back here. And right in here, we're going to hit some bigger chunks. And all we need to do with that is, rather than have my size at 23%, I'm going to knock the size up to, well, let's see, do we want 100%? Yeah, let's say 100%. We're going to put our nugget size at 100%. We're going to create a new animation layer. There we go.
Finch Harper on YouTube says, seriously, I want a Snow Bear plushie.
Oh, really? Well, funny you say that, because we're working on it.
Yep, stay tuned. Again, I want to let people know this is part one of a two-part Snow Bear stream. We're going to be live on our Discord server later today at 1 p.m. Eastern. Got a slide for that, Dustin. If you go to creatureartteacher.com/Discord, you'll be able to join our Discord server. Normally it's members only, but this weekend, now through Monday, we're opening it up as a celebration for our 200th Snow Bear stream. We're going to open it up to non-members. You can hop on in there and you can get access to our members only Discord server. And today at 1 o'clock, we're going to be over there doing part 2 of this 200th stream celebration. So head on over to creatureartteacher.com/Discord and you can join us there.
So I'm just lightly putting in extra larger pieces.
By the way, lots of people in the comments said bless you when you sneezed earlier.
Oh, thank you.
What program are you using?
This is called TVPaint.
TVPaint.
And what I've created here is an animation brush. So I can kind of draw along and it gives me this kind of random. I showed earlier in the program how to do it. It gives me these random pieces of snow that I've created ahead of time.
I posted a link to TV Paint in the chat, by the way, and they have two versions available. They have standard and professional, and they also have a student version available. So if you become a member at creatureartteacher.com, by the way, you get a discount on TV Paint. Actually, the discount is substantial enough. It's up to 40% off. It actually makes the membership more than pay for itself.
Yeah.
And you get 750 hours of courses and growing.
How many hours have we done of our Discord, of our live streams for Snow Bear?
We are over 450 hours.
Yeah.
Just of Snow Bear.
450 hours of content creating this short.
Which you can go back and watch at any time if you're a member, by the way. Did you work on Tarzan? And if you did Clayton's death make you uncomfortable?
No, Clayton's death did not make me uncomfortable, and no, I did not work on Tarzan. My brother worked on Tarzan. My brother Travis Blaise. Are you talking because he was hung? I don't know. I don't know why it didn't make me uncomfortable at all.
What about a book teaching simple animation for kids? It could star Snow Bear and have some frames from the film where kids could do their own in-betweens and flip through the pages, etc.
That's a great idea. I like that idea.
That was from Taku on YouTube. Suggested that.
So I'm just tapping just to get these larger pieces in here.
Ooh, a Snow Bear pop-up book. That would be cool, too.
Mm.
Benji says, hey, everyone, I finally made it.
Hey,
Benjalina.
welcome.
Will you ever make a class for Toon Boom Harmony? Violet wants to know.
I've never used Toon Boom Harmony, so probably no.
However,
Unless we get somebody else that uses it.
we do have a 2D effects animation course on our website from Joey Mildenberg, and that course is eligible for our $10 course sale we've got going on this weekend if you use promo code SNOWBEARSAVE. And in that course, Joey teaches both traditional paper animation, and then he also demonstrates in Toon Boom as well. And we plan on bringing him back for another course, and I suspect that one will be mostly digital.
Yeah.
And it probably will be in Toon Boom since that's what he works in mostly.
What's the link for the Discord again?
creatureartteacher.com/discord.
I hear thunder already?
I just heard something, but I don't think it was.
Well, it was supposed to rain early today.
We do have some patches of rain coming around us, but it looks like most of
Oh
the
yeah, it
storm's
is. Yeah, it's right above us.
It's probably where that thunder came from that we heard.
Yeah.
Sha. Like sha, bro.
You know, with stuff like this, when you have something moving so fast, you don't have to track it because it strobes. It's going to go by faster than the camera, the frame rate goes through the camera. So many people get hung up on having to track every individual piece of debris, but you don't have to do it. And the brain just automatically fills in the action. It's pretty cool the way it works. Well, the hurricane, I'm not sure if this was asked earlier. I think a version of it was, but the way I got the idea for 𝗦𝗍 was just wanting to create something that had a small character count and what at the time seemed like a simple environment. It turns out the Arctic is not a simple environment, but and then just kind of digging deep into some of my own experiences, and we've all gone through times when we felt lonely and alone, and I wanted to tap into some of that, and I wanted it to have an arc, a happy arc to it. I wanted it to have a positive message, and so that's where the inspiration for 𝗦𝗍 came from. Yeah, see, adding these extra pieces really kind of fills this out nicely.
By the way, again, for Labor Day weekend, if you head over to creatureartteacher.com/merch, you can get $5 off any merch order over $25. So that's good for t-shirts, signed books, signed prints, all kinds of stuff. We don't do sales on physical items too often. So check that out. creatureartteacher.com/merch. Use promo code MERCH for instant $5 off.
Merch.
Merch.
Steve's favorite word.
Merch. You think you could do short as complicated as this in Procreate Dreams?
I think we could. Yeah, it's for me, it's harder working on a small screen, but it can do everything that I'm doing now. And yes, this short looks complicated, but I purposely approached it using really kind of time-worn, simple techniques. This is not nearly as complicated as it might feel. And that's one of the points I wanted to make when making it, is that, you don't have to spend millions of dollars to create animation. Other than my time, we've really spent no money making this. Which is, when you're making an animated movie, that's the most expensive part of making an animated film in a studio standpoint is man hours. The salaries that you pay the people.
Finch wants to know, did you ever meet Frank Frazetta?
No, I never did. Tony Cipriano, one of our guys who does sculptures, you can get Tony's courses on our website.
For just $10.
For just $10 right now. He met him.
Yeah, in fact, he's done a bunch of official sculptures for the Frazetta estate.
Yeah.
Like where he's brought his paintings to life as...
It's very cool.
As sculptures. And he did come to the studio, but I don't think you were there, right?
Yeah, well, I can't remember if I was there. He did come to the studio. I think I was there, but I was busy or something. I couldn't make it.
Have you thought about making a Snow Bear board game?
No. It's interesting, though.
Someone said, what about a graphic novel of Snow Bear?
I'm doing a graphic novel right now. It's just that all the pages are really, really close together.
Did you ever meet any computer scientists while working at Disney?
Yeah, a lot of the guys were, I guess, as you could define a lot of these guys that were writing code to do certain things. The guys that were writing code to do Sims and all that they're brainiacs.
Did you hire a team for Snow Bear?
We've got a team in place, but I made Snow Bear pretty much on my own. Claudia Bourbon, who works with us, she did some character color. She's helped us out quite a bit in there. And my wife Vedanta has done some character color. But other than that, no, the whole point was to be able to do it on my own and to see what we could make without having to hire extra people. So this is a labor of love. I've been lucky in my history because I was trained as an illustrator and a painter, that I can, I've got a little bit of background on doing backgrounds and landscape and that sort of thing.
By the way, we're about 1:45. Aaron.
Yes, and actually it's working out perfectly because I'm just about to finish this pass up.
So also, just a reminder, we've got the two biggest deals of all time going at Creature.
They're
huge deals. We've got our animation mega bundle, which is $500 worth of courses for less than $50. That is one of those bundles where the more people buy it, the more it unlocks. And it is now 70% of the way towards its second unlock. It's already unlocked the character design course. I think there's already 10 courses included. And we're on the way to the 11th. We've also got our lifetime premium membership, which for now, for eligible countries, based on where you live, we have a buy now, pay later option to help people who want to spread out the cost for that. Both of those are helping us fund Snow Bear. And if you become a lifetime member, we're going to do a special screening event. We mentioned our tour earlier in the stream. But we're going to do a special screening event of Snow Bear just for lifetime members at some point early next year. So head on over to creatureartteacher.com and sign up today.
Huge deal, folks.
By the way, the reason I say early next year is because there's sort of weird rules and windows for the award season. So we're going to be finished with Snow Bear basically by Halloween, but then we have to sit on it for a little bit.
Yeah.
Because of the festival windows and timings. We're hoping to make it eligible for some awards. We didn't do it for awards, but we're hoping to qualify it. So we're going to run it into festivals and stuff like that. And we're just kind of coming into this weird window where we have to wait for the next set of submission deadlines. So we can't show it before the end of the year or else it'll disqualify it. So
Just adding a bit more effects here.
can lifetime members be listed in the Snow Bear film credits? We don't have any plans for that.
Not really, because the credit rolls cost a lot of money, and it's just not something that we're going to be able to do. I think we're going to have time to be able to give a special thanks to the group.
Yeah.
And we'll be able to do something like that.
But we're going to have lots more events for members and lifetime members and annual members down the line. And that membership only gets more valuable over time because we're adding more courses constantly. In fact, I think we're on pace to have more courses this year than we've ever added.
Okay, so there's that. So now what I want to do is I want to go into this layer and add the same shadows.
I think this question is for you and I, Nick. Is Aaron a cool boss?
No.
He's
No.
all right. Of course he's cool. He's my dad.
The real question for you, Dustin, is am I a cool boss?
Yeah, there you go.
I plead the fifth.
Of course.
I'm the one you call when you want days off. Hey!
I know, exactly.
You know I'll say yes. Ah, sure.
All right, there's some
Did you ever meet any career changers into animation? Basically, people that came from another career and switched to animation.
Yeah, there's quite a few. Architecture, I mean, they were kind of related careers, but architecture and drafting and that sort of thing. Landscape artists, fine artists.
How do you create new brushes in TVPaint?
I can teach you how to do the anim brush.
There's different types of brushes.
Yeah, there's different types of brushes, and to be honest with you, I don't really create brushes in TVPaint, so I haven't done it other than the animation brush. So I'd have to sit down and figure that out.
We're gonna have, like I said, once we wrap Snow Bear, which is again going to be by the end of October. At that point, we're going to be switching over to TVPaint 12, and we're going to be putting out a whole series of tutorials on TVPaint. So stay tuned for that because we'll cover stuff like how to make brushes, how to make animation brushes, how to do multiplane, how to do camera moves. They've got some puppet rigging in TVPaint 12. We might even dabble in that a little bit.
It's going to be fantastic.
All right, so now we're just finishing up. This is actually working out perfectly, time-wise.
Would Aaron ever do a Magic the Gathering card?
I wouldn't never say never. We've been approached by Lorcana a couple times, and the hope is that he'll end up doing a card for them or a couple of cards. It's just been scheduling. 𝗦𝗏's taking all of our time. So until it's done, we can't distract ourselves with side projects.
Does TVPaint ever go on sale?
I don't know, but they do have kind of like what we have. They do have you can use like the PayPal Pay in 4 option. Again, if you become a member to our website, you can get a pretty good discount. If you're a student, you can get a pretty substantial discount as well. But it's professional grade software. I mean, it's used by Cartoon Saloon to make Song of the Sea and Wolfwalkers and Secret of the Kells was paper, but the Breadwinner. It's used by animation studios all over the world. So, you know, the difference between Toon Boom and TVPaint is that TVPaint is bitmap. So if you want something that's more artistic brushwork looking and real pencil looking, TVPaint's the right tool for the job. You know, you're going to get much more to the look of drawing on paper, whereas Toon Boom is more vector based. So you get kind of that flatter, more solid line look.
We started production on 𝗦𝗏 in March. I started storyboarding kind of in earnest in March of 2000 or February of 2022 or 21.
Can Aaron please recommend some books or tutorials for learning to draw and paint? I want to start animation, but I'm terrible at drawing.
Well, we've got a lot of courses on our site that will help you with drawing. And as far as books go, there's thousands of books out there on drawing that I can't really recommend any singular one that really stands out to me. But there's, you know, there's so much stuff on YouTube, free stuff. Yeah, I would just scour the internet and there's so much stuff out there.
Jill says, I love being a lifetime member. The variety of courses available to me is great. My only regret is there's never enough time in the day to do them all. You guys keep cranking out courses, keep cranking out the content at a rapid speed. Well, the best part about being a lifetime member is you've got a lifetime to do it all.
All right, so I'm going to take this new piece now.
Was 𝗦𝗏 a COVID idea? Nope, predated COVID. We actually came up with the concept for 𝗦𝗏 almost 7 years ago, right?
Oh, yeah, the concept was way back.
It just took that long to work on it. Can we get a 𝗦𝗏 2025 calendar? That's something we could do.
Not a bad idea.
Fun.
All right, putting a little directional blur on there. We're going to go back into our effects controls. We got to go into direction, blur length. Just a little bit of blur on these, I think. Then direction is going to be right about in here. There we go. There, that looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. So here we go here. It's coming down and boom. Look at all that wonderful debris. Look at all that debris.
Look at all that debris.
Now we're going to be doing more debris on this shot as we go forward.
Looking good there, Patty.
Speaking of debris, if you pick up our Name Your Own Price Arctic brush bundle, it's got a brand new Arctic brush pack of brushes in there, but it also includes Aaron's snowflakes, rain, and debris brushes.
Exactly.
So it lets you kind of get all that atmospheric particulate. And there's some explosion stuff in there. all kinds of stuff.
See, adding all these effects really add to the environmental aspect of a shot. Makes it more tangible. I like that. That feels pretty good.
Feeling good.
Yeah. All right, I guess, look at that. We got it within 3 minutes, guys. So we're going to take about an hour break, is it?
Yeah, we're going to take about an hour break. It's noon, coming up on noon here. And then we're going to be back on our members-only Discord server, which we've opened up to everyone right now. If you go to creatureartteacher.com/Discord, there's a button there that'll let you join our Discord server. You'll have full access to the server this weekend, and then, or now through the weekend, rather. And then after Monday, if you decide to become a member, you can continue with full access, or you'll, if you don't choose to become a member, you'll get limited access after Monday. But go to creatureartteacher.com/Discord. We'll be over there at 1 p.m. Eastern, which is about an hour from now, and you can tune in for part 2 of our 200th Snow Bear stream celebration.
Do it. Do it.
Any parting words, Aaron?
Thanks, you guys, for hanging out with us. Sorry, I was so involved scrutinizing what we did today. I hope you learned something about creating the debris and everything else, and I'm really looking forward to you guys joining us on the second half. And I can't believe we hit 200. That's just amazing to me. I never thought, when I started this, I thought we'd be doing this for about 9 months, and here we are 2.5 years later.
Crazy.
Yeah. So anyway, you never know how much you're going to bite off. But I hope you guys, if you don't join us, have a great rest of your day, and join us back here next Friday for our first of the month Friday stream. So we'll see you guys in about an hour. Thanks.
Yeah. CreatureArtTeacher.com/Discord. Later.